This morning we're in Willcox, Arizona. We slept here last night. There's a little dispersed area at this crane sanctuary. So the crane, they're Sandhill cranes, they come here about mid-October to through February, and there were thousands of Sandhill cranes here last night. So we got to just sit here and listen to them. We heard them all night. And now this place is completely empty because they went out to feed for the next few hours. So around 2 o'clock, you'll start to see them coming back and hanging out here. But thousands of sandhill cranes. It was unlike anything I've ever seen before in my life. Somebody just found a puddle of water right next to our refrigerator. More crap to deal with. We just left Willcox, Arizona, and we're heading to Chiricahua National Monument. Now there's talks saying that Chiricahua is on track to becoming the next national park, but that's yet to be seen. So we're heading there now. They have pinnacles, balanced rocks, plenty of hiking, and it's only about 40 miles away from Willcox, which is a perfect jump-off point if you want to just stop for the night, get a hotel, plenty of gas stations, a few great restaurants there. We didn't stop and do any of it, but I mean, we were driving through and saw the town. So follow us, here we go. We're going to Chiricahua National Monument.
Cruising into the dramatic landscape of Chiricahua National Monument, you might be interested to know this isn't just another beautiful spot. There is a growing movement to potentially elevate it to national park status. In fact, in 2023, the idea gained significant bipartisan support in Congress, signaling a real possibility for the future. This traction likely stems from the monument's truly unique character, a wonderland of rocks. Sculpted by volcanic forces and erosion, rich human history tied to the Chiricahua Apache, and incredible biodiversity. So, what fuels this push to become a national park? Generally, that designation brings even greater national recognition and often increased protection. While both national monuments and national parks are managed by the National Park Service, they come into being through different means. National parks are typically established by an act of Congress, often encompassing larger areas with diverse resources. National monuments, like Chiricahua currently, can be designated by the President under the Antiquities Act to protect specific cultural or natural resources. Both are incredibly valuable, but the move towards national park status for Chiricahua highlights its perceived national significance. The bipartisan agreement in 2023 indicates a broad recognition of Chiricahua's special qualities and the potential benefits of its joining the prestigious ranks of national parks. Factors often considered include the uniqueness and significance of the natural and cultural resources, the potential for visitor experience, and the community support. Keep in mind that you might be witnessing a future jewel in the national park system.
As always, we have to watch the video at the visitor center to learn more about where we're at.
All right, so we just got done at the visitor center. We looked around and watched the video. The video looked like it was made in probably the 30s. No, I'm just kidding, probably the 50s. So we grabbed a map, and Ashley got us Sharpies, extra special ones, one with a fine tip and then a regular fine tip. So I'm going through the map now and I'm marking off where are we gonna visit, what hikes do we want to do, and from the looks of it, a lot of these hikes are very short hikes, but there's plenty of views out here. What's really great is this is a Sky Island park, so we did that before at Big Bend. It's basically you're going up a mountain from what is the desert at the bottom, and then as you go higher in elevation, it just becomes completely lush. There's so much more wildlife, so many more plants and trees, and things that you wouldn't find just a few thousand feet down. Now this place was settled by all types of people. So you're talking like prehistoric people, but also the Apache, and then The Buffalo Soldiers were even out here, including the Conservation Corps. They helped build all the trails in this park and help build the buildings and settle this area out here. So there's a lot of history of people that migrated out here, have lived here, but I mean, we're mostly going to be here for the natural history, and really what we want to see is all of these cool rocks around the area. So we're going to start to get ready, hit the road, and go see some views. Okay, we're going to start to hit the road. Something that we like to do is drive, especially for a looped road, as far up as you can, because everybody likes to just ooh and ah as they're going up and just pulling off immediately. Well, we're going to try to beat the crowd, go up to the top, and then ooh and ah on our way back down by stopping off it and doing some hikes.
With
so
horses.
There's people with horses. When we were at the visitor center, we saw a sign that had a dog on a leash and no X through it. So we are assuming that we can bring Pete onto the trails with us, and it would be great if we could do that, because then we don't have to leave him in the car and turn the AC on and waste power of our vehicle. And if anything, we'll just bring him in the backpack along. If you're bringing your RV or a trailer, they have a sign that says if you want to drive the Bonita scenic loop, you cannot bring anything more than 24 feet long. We are at just under 21 feet, so we're fine. As you're driving though, you're gonna notice that there's multiple signs that says road narrows, and then road narrows again and again, so it gets much more thinner as you're driving along.
What makes Chiricahua National Monument so captivating is the dramatic interplay of its geology and history. Millions of years ago, a massive volcanic caldera erupted, blanketing this area in ash and pumice. Over eons, wind and water have sculpted these deposits into the towering and often bizarre rock formations known as hoodoos, a true wonderland of rocks, unlike anywhere else. Beyond the stunning landscape, this area holds deep historical significance. It was the ancestral homeland of the Chiricahua Apache people, including the legendary Geronimo. Their deep connection to this rugged terrain was integral to their way of life. The monument preserves not only the natural beauty, but also sites that tell the stories of the Apache and the later pioneers. So, as we explore, we're walking through a landscape shaped by both immense geological forces and a rich tapestry of human history.
I'm about to do the Sugarloaf Trail. It's 0.9 miles up and then 0.9 miles back. So it's not long, but it's steep, and it looks like it goes out to a fire watch house. Should be exciting. I've never done that before. I also got the answer to dogs on the trail. No dogs are allowed on the trails. They can go to the parking lots, campground, the small paths around the campground, but it looked like the main trails, anything above 5,500 feet, they are not allowed to go on. So we had to leave Pete in. I'm gonna do this hike. Actually doesn't want to go up a mountain, so she's sticking around with Pete. I'm gonna go up on my own. You definitely want to take good care and be mindful while you're walking, because it is a very steep drop off the side of this path. It's not worrisome, it's just with the snow and the ice right now. One slip and I'm gonna fall down. May not go too far, but it's gonna hurt because there's a lot of brush. I made it here to the top of the Sugarloaf Mountain hike, and so there is like a fire watch house and they've got like cots in there. They still use that. It's a historic site, but you can see like the latex gloves in there and everything. And here at the top they have a little porta potty for the guys that are up here. So it's built pretty solid, so I'm pretty sure it can withstand some nasty storms. I am making my way back down the mountain. I gotta say, like the snow and ice, if it's right after a little bit of rain, or you get some snow like a few days before and it's just like freezing temperatures, just have your crampons just in case. It's not bad, like I can walk through, but there's some slippery points. And like I was saying earlier, there are a few like pretty decent drop-offs. So just have the crampons at least in the vehicle if you come along, or just be ready with some decent hiking shoes to come up and down. It's not too treacherous, like going up, maybe going down in a little bit. I haven't gotten to the point. It could be a little bit more rough. Yeah, so you can see like right here, it's not that thick of a path. This is my size 12 shoe, and it just goes all the way down into that. So again, it's not too steep, but steep enough that somebody's gonna get hurt. All right, so we are doing the Echo Canyon Grotto hike. There's an Echo Canyon trail that goes like 3.3 miles, or you could just do the grotto, which is like all the spires or the pinnacles, and you walk through that, and that's 1 mile round trip. So we're gonna figure out how to get there. We're already lost. This place is so neat. We just got to the grottos and we're about to like walk through the pinnacles. So they're like surrounding you, but there's like little offshoots that you can go to and just start hiking around and do what you want. I love this. I feel like a kid. Over the last 9 months that we've been on the road in our van, we've been a lot of places. We've seen a lot of things over a couple countries and a lot of different parts of the US and Canada.
And this trail is absolutely blowing my mind. It is one of the most beautiful trails I've ever been on. It's the Echo Canyon Grotto Trail. And there are pinnacles just everywhere. Everywhere. And it's nonstop. I don't want to stop. I actually turned back. And I don't want to turn back. I just want to keep going and going. It is so beautiful. Wow. If you got kids or a overly adventurous spouse, keep an eye on them once you get down into the grotto area. There's some serious drop-offs that just come right around the corner. You don't even notice them, and they're very easy to just fall right down into. So just keep an eye on them. There's been a few close calls with me just taking pictures. Here's a spot right here. You come right around the corner, and it is a straight drop-off down into there. This is just one of many of these things. I decided I'm gonna turn around and start heading back. It goes to the bottom of Echo Canyon. But I don't want to do the whole trail, and going to the bottom is gonna be a lot. Because we go down the entire way. So now it's time to go back up.
This is one of the animals that you could see there. Unfortunately, we did not see it. But isn't that wild? Look at that thing.
I highly recommend that you go to this national monument before it becomes a national park. If it becomes a national park, it is going to be a mess for a while because there is not enough parking and the roads are just way too narrow. So get there as soon as you possibly can. It is one of the most wonderful hikes I've ever done in my life. I would have to say that the Echo Canyon Grotto was a great hike. You have to do that. If you're looking for hikes to do though, the Sugarloaf hike, if you want to see everything, do the Sugarloaf hike. If you want to be in everything, then do the Echo Canyon hike by going into the grotto. And then you can always come right back. You don't have to do the full loop. But go down the canyon into the grotto and come right out. You are within the pinnacles. It is so beautiful.